The Brant United Way Airshow is a community event. This show would not happen without the participation of so many people.
Volunteerism is a very large part of our show, and that's what makes it a very strong show, is that we have about 300 people that volunteer their time and their efforts towards making the show a success.
It is really at the top because of the volunteerism. Brantford is a pure example of why I want to do air shows.
It is considered by many to be one of the finest air shows in Canada. And for the hundreds of local volunteers and sponsors, it is an event that in many ways defines the community in which it is held. It is the 2008 Brant United Way Airshow, and this is how it all came together. The building process for an air show is a combined effort of many people, from the organizing committee planning stages to the councils of the city and the county. It is a year-long process involving local sponsors, media, and hundreds of volunteers. Coordination of the event starts with these three men: Airshow Chairman Gary Surrett, with co-chairs Rob Badger and Jeff Kempster.
The lineup of aircraft that we have for our air show is phenomenal. When you consider the size of our community, 90 to 100,000 people, and the air show performers that we get in for this air show is unbelievable.
It is one of the premier shows in Canada. When we go to the air show conferences, we hear people from California, Florida, all kinds of places saying, "Oh yeah, I've heard all about the Brantford show."
30,000+ people here, all enjoying a terrific show, especially kids who may be attending their first air show, and hopefully first of many, and some of them may even develop an interest in flying and do their training at the Brantford Flying Club.
A strong lineup of performers is critical to the success of the Brant United Way Air Show, but what truly separates the Brantford show from others is the interaction between the pilots and the audience who come to watch the show.
For someone who's never been to our Brant United Way Air Show, it's quite a different experience, being that you get right up on the tarmac with the aircraft, up close and personal when they're landing and taking off. Plus you can mingle with the participants, the performers, and their crew. People
here can meet the pilots, they can talk with them, they can ask them questions, and they love it. The pilots love the interaction with the audience.
Opening the show on August 27th will be the world-famous Canadian Forces Skyhawks parachute team. The first stop on our tour takes us to a Canadian Forces base training camp in Borden, Ontario, where the Hawks are getting ready for a weekend air show. The Skyhawks are based out of Trenton, Ontario, and feature a complex arsenal of skydiving aerobatics that make them an excellent addition to any air show.
We are the world-famous Canadian Forces parachute team, the Skyhawks. We're the only canopy relative work team that you'll see in Canada performing, and things we do are very dangerous. We do it very safely.
They do this outstanding jumping performance out of the aircraft, and you'll see them land. In most cases, they land as lightly on their feet as we would stepping off a step.
An afternoon with the Skyhawks just wouldn't be complete without watching them leap from a plane. But on this occasion, we'll watch them do it from 6,000 feet. From 0 to 1,000 feet, the atmosphere is relaxed. Some of the Hawks socialize, while others mentally prepare for the jump. Once the wind pattern is determined, we begin the climb to 6,000 feet. As the plane climbs to well beyond 6,000 feet, it's obvious that the Hawks have something more than just skydiving in mind. And just like that, we find ourselves floating in 0 Gs. drop zone in sight, the Skyhawks are ready to do their thing. The team lines up and prepares for what's called the hop and pop. Another successful dive. Another day at the office for the Canadian Forces Skyhawk parachute team. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at some of the fighter jets coming to our show and have a conversation with Captain Billy Mitchell, demo pilot of the CF-18. We'll also speak with wing walker Carol Pilon and visit the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum for a closer look at the Lancaster bomber.